Hi, I'm Laura Avery, Santa Monica Farmers Market Supervisor, and welcome to Cooking with the Farmers Market, where we show you how to prepare delicious, healthful meals using fresh farmers market produce. When you shop at a farmers market, you support California family farms and reduce storage and shipping costs because most of the produce is picked and brought to market within 24 hours. Joining me today in the kitchen is Colin Crenell, Executive Chef of The Lobster, a landmark Santa Monica restaurant dedicated to cooking seafood with fresh local ingredients. Welcome, Colin. What a beautiful display of things you bought at the market just the other day.
Yes, well, thank you for having me.
What are we making?
Well, today we're making oven roasted carrots and cauliflower
Right.
with a romesco sauce and
You'll tell us what
toasted
that
almonds.
is.
Yes.
Romesco, okay.
Well, romesco sauce is it's a condiment originating in Spain, and it's normally made with bell peppers, tomatoes, almonds, and some spices. In this case, we're doing a play off of it with carrots. So we're still going to have the toasted almonds, and we're going to roast the carrots and going to mix together with onions and garlic.
That's so cool because the bell peppers aren't really in season right now.
Right.
It's now sort of early summer, so we're going with what we got, which is what we love
Right.
about the way you cook. So
Exactly.
great. All right. So then you roast the carrots and the cauliflower.
Right, so we're going to take the carrots.
A lot of people, that's a first simple step. I don't know, if you coat the carrots with?
Well, what we do is we want to wash them really well. You don't want to peel them or anything. This is a
good.
really great keep it whole to keep all the flavors inside. So we're going to take a little bit of olive oil, and we're just going to lightly coat the carrots. You can do the whole bunch because you want a few extra to make the romesco. So you want one
Right.
for the dish to showcase the carrot, and then also a few to make the romesco sauce.
Okay.
So you just coat it with a little bit of salt.
Now when you say
ground
coat, you
pepper.
drizzled it, but they're not all covered with oil. I always want to see if I can get them all. Oh, okay. All right, you
Little
do that.
shaky shake.
All right.
All right, so then we're going to put in an oven at 375 for 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
Halfway through, we're going to take the cauliflower and do the same exact thing and add it to the same pan.
Okay.
The cauliflower only take about a half hour to cook.
And these big chunks, you don't need to make them any smaller.
Nope, I just take them right off the.
Just snap them off.
Yeah, we just take them right by the stem and just cut them off.
Right.
And just however big they are, they are. And
All right.
we just roast them in the oven.
Okay.
So.
So why? It seems like a long time to roast a little carrot. It just.
Well, we want to go nice and slow because we want all the flavor to condense. All the moisture to the release and all the flavor to condense, and the outside not to be so black and charred, or else it would be.
You got to turn. You have to turn them at any particular time.
Every
in there?
20 minutes or so, you want to go in and shake the pan like
shake
I
it.
just did, so
Okay.
it kind of rolls around a little bit. And, you know, you'll get a little bit of
Yeah.
darker spots on the
But you
bottom, but
want
that's
that.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want that. That's what
Right.
the flavor.
Right.
So, what you want to do is you want to pick out your nicest ones for the dish.
All right.
So
And this
we'll-
is
we like
basically
those.
going to be a side dish, like a whole roasted vegetable side dish.
Well, actually at the restaurant we use that as a side dish, but today it's actually a plated, it can be a side dish, or you can make it as a first course appetizer. So I'm gonna cut off these little black parts.
Okay, but
'cause
those
we
are
don't want that.
tasty.
Yeah, there's a little caramelization, nice. We're gonna cut up the carrots.
Right.
We're gonna take,
Down to the
yeah,
end. And the tops
Okay.
just go in the compost, huh?
right,
There's
we'll
not
put
a whole
those
lot.
in the compost bin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then a towel here. So I already have some shallots from Shaner Farms and garlic from Shaner Farms, which is terrific. And he just is a great farmer.
Yeah,
Peter
he's
Shamer.
really good, yeah.
Yes.
He kind of specializes in the alliums.
Yeah.
He's got all the shallots and all that. Yeah.
Right, I get all my onions, all shallots, everything from him for the restaurant. Green
That's
garlic, everything. So we're mixing it with the onion and garlic, like I said. And then towards the end of that cooking with the carrots, we're gonna throw in some whole almonds that we bought through my Fat Uncle Farms.
Yeah.
I bought raw ones. So, excuse me. So I already have those toasted off. Where do I have those? Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. Now, same thing. You put them on a cookie sheet just like everything else and just roast them.
Exactly.
Can you put them all on the cookie sheet together, or do they get too
You can just
steamy?
save some room
Yeah.
as you're
Oh,
going
okay.
through and cooking.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to do it at different times because the almonds are only going to take about 15 minutes.
Oh.
The cauliflower, like I said, will be about a half hour.
Yeah.
And then the carrots range about an hour, hour and
Okay.
10 minutes. You want to cook the carrots so they just have a little give, a little, you know, little, like a little pillow.
But about
kind
an
of.
hour.
About an
That's-
hour,
yeah.
nice and slow.
Okay.
So I have this, I mix the almonds in there. We're gonna do salt and pepper.
And we're going to puree this?
We're going to puree
the
this
sauce.
with emulsion blender, yes.
Okay. Almonds too. You're going to just puree them? Okay.
Yep. It's going to create a lot of texture. We're not going to go all the way. We're not going to go really smooth. We're going to do it a little rough. So chunky style.
Nice.
Excuse me.
And in the summer or in Spain, they would use a bell pepper or something.
Bell pepper and tomato.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't need to. You could have fun with the dish and make it a little different, you know, and surprise your guests when you're having different dinner parties. You know, like, what is
Guess
that?
what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
I'm going to blend.
But nuts are always part of it.
Nuts are always part of it. And, traditionally it's almonds. So
Almonds are probably very popular in Spain, and
yeah.
they're popular everywhere now. They supposedly are very good for you. That is a handy thing to have
Yeah.
without getting out the mixing bowl and all that.
Exactly.
And it doesn't take long.
So there we go.
So chunky, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So nice and chunky. You can adjust it with water.
Yeah, I saw
you
you
need
put
to.
some water in there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that doesn't dilute it too much or make it too
No,
bland.
no, not
Okay.
at all. There's
This
a
is
lot
when
of
the chef
flavor.
goes, season to taste, and I go, well, what does that
Seasoned
mean?
taste. Well, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Seasoned taste is how you like it. I mean, it's just-
Okay, so you did put some salt in there, though.
Yes, always salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Yes, I mean it's very important to bring out the natural flavors. I need a spoon to taste
And
that.
I think that with the caramelized or the roasted carrots, there's so much flavor. You probably don't need too many spices. But in Spain, they would add a bunch of local
Yeah,
spices.
you can use a little toasted coriander
Yeah,
or
yeah.
fennel seed.
Right.
If you really want to, you know, kick it up a notch, you could add like Indian spices as well. You know, curry, cardamom. It'd be really
Yeah,
delicious.
so make
Yeah.
it whatever you feel like you're inspired for the
Right,
dish. Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, that's
So-
great. So that's going to be the topping for.
That's going to be actually, we're going to put that on a plate with
Oh.
the roasted carrots. And then we also have some cauliflower that we roasted towards the end. And we're going to garnish the top with that. And then we also made a little sauce with
That's cooking
cauliflower
away. Right.
to just to create a different textures and flavors and also presentation, because this will be a nice, beautiful sauce. So we're going to...
Yeah, I just realized you said this sauce. This is a sauce, but this goes on the bottom.
Right.
Then the
This
carrot. Then another one on top.
This is dirty. Oops,
That
excuse me.
sounds fancy.
Right.
Two
so
sauces.
just to try to make it a little bit different. You know? So, all right, so we'll...
So those have
blend
been
this to-
cooking away, and that is what, cauliflower and potatoes.
Right, so I started out with shallots and garlic also. I added some fingerling potatoes that were peeled from Weiser Farms, and then the cauliflower from Tamai Farms.
Okay.
So we're just gonna make that as smooth as possible.
So this is a very important little device to have in your kitchen.
Yeah, this is
that
great. I mean,
immersion
it's
blender,
only like
yeah.
$30, and
I
it's great to
know,
have it
I know.
for little things like this.
Yeah.
For
You
when
could almost
need
wear
it.
that in a holster and just walk around.
I love to make salsas at home with this. It's
Oh, yeah.
really easy.
Not much chance of getting your fingers stuck in there. Oh, look how creamy that's getting. Oh, that's fabulous.
And there's no cream or butter in this.
Right,
It's just
right.
olive oil.
This could actually almost be vegan. Certainly vegetarian. Now you do at the Lobster, of course you're called the Lobster. You do, obviously, a lot of dishes with lobster.
Yes.
Any of these would go great. What goes best with lobster?
As far as vegetables
Yeah.
go, you know, pretty much anything,
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, at the lobster, everyone loves our French fries to go with that,
Of
real
course.
simple.
Yeah.
But, you know, we make also a cream Swiss chard, like it's a play off of cream spinach. And we just, that's a great side. Also, another dish is farro, heirloom cauliflower, and tomato succotash, we call it. People enjoy that a lot. There's many different sides, especially from the farmer's market. I mean, how can you go wrong?
You just, and
it's great
lobster
vegetables.
is fairly neutral. I mean, flavor-wise, really.
Right.
It's all about the texture and everything. So.
Right,
So this is
exactly.
just going to stay hot now.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep that warm.
Okay.
So we're gonna start on our next dish now, which we didn't talk about, which are zucchini cakes with corn and tomato salsa. Not a spicy salsa, just salsa texture.
Right.
Okay.
And the corn just showed up today. The tamais
Yeah,
got us. It's
yeah.
always though the week after Memorial Day. They
Right,
never quite get
right.
that. But yeah, it was great, and the corn just flew off the table.
Yes, it was gone right
I mean,
away.
I had to fight for 3
Luckily,
years.
they saved me a little
They
bit.
did.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
So,
right.
okay, so now we have some beautiful zucchini from Tamai Farms.
Now, you hand slicing all this stuff up?
Yeah, you
have
know,
one of those things.
A lot of recipes, I hand cut this.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people nowadays are, they're more savvy in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
so they can use a knife a little bit better than just, most recipes I've looked at for zucchini cakes call for a grate,
Yeah,
to grate
grate,
it.
uh-huh.
And that's great, it's a great recipe. But in this case, I wanted something more chunky. I wanted to taste the
Yeah.
zucchini. I didn't want it gooey inside.
Right. It seems like when you grate stuff, it just gets like wet
Right,
instead of
yeah,
crunchy. Yeah.
Exactly. So what we did was we have the gold zucchini and
Yeah,
the
look at
Mexican
this.
variety. Those
Yeah.
are gorgeous. Yeah.
Beautiful. Just cut off the ends and just chop it in little matchsticks.
Right.
in some
Exactly.
super fast way.
And then also this marjoram, which
Mm.
you can use any herb you like. You don't have to use a herb if you don't
Mm-hmm.
like. I mean, Peter Shaner has this. Just came out with. Put this on the table.
Yeah, the
and they're just-
marjoram.
God,
That
just-
is such a great
yeah,
herb.
I
Yeah.
just-
But it's powerful. I
very
mean, it can
powerful.
easily overwhelm something. So you got to kind
It
of
can, yes.
take it easy.
But it, we were
Oh,
talking.
smell that. Wow.
He's like, I don't understand why people don't buy this more often.
Yeah.
You can cut it up and use it like pepper on top of a salad.
Ah.
So, and I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. I go up, very simple way of presentation too is lemon and marjoram with chicken. That is just one of my favorites. My wife's
That would
favorites
go
too.
great, yeah. Making a sauce or just squeezing it and sprinkling it on top?
I put it in the sauce and marinate a little bit with it, and then pan roast the chicken, crispy skin, and then you hit a little wet white wine or shallots,
Oh,
and then
and-
right at the
and
end
lemon
of
and
that,
marjoram. Oh.
right, you can use the stems to get the initial
Right,
flavor into the sauce, and
right,
at the
right,
end to
and
keep it
take
nice
it
and
out.
green, you put the leaves in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is that's very, very pungent.
Right.
That's fabulous, yeah.
I love it.
So yeah,
so
the binder or whatever.
Right, this is our binder. So this is kind of like making a crab cake in a way, but it's vegetarian.
So that's a loaf of Andrea's bread from Kentor Canyon.
Yes, it
that
is.
wonderful bread she's making now.
Right.
All right.
So I left it out overnight. I sliced it, left it out overnight, get a little stale, and I just soaked it with water for about a half hour.
Just water.
Just water. You could do milk if you want to also, but you don't need to. So we're just going to take about a quarter cup out.
Is
and
this
then we're
what Italians used to make meatballs?
Exactly.
The bread, this
right.
kind of soaked
Yeah.
bread? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That's
a great
great
technique.
use, and the bread can be really stale. I mean, you
Yes.
could literally use old bread for
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah.
So
enough,
whatever
yeah.
bread you have left over,
Yeah.
throw in there. Let's go a little more.
Instead of something like just flour, bread is
Correct.
better.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, so now we have about a quarter cup of bread, about a tablespoon of marjoram, and about 2.5 cups of matchsticks zucchini.
Zucchinis.
Now I also purchased some eggs from
Yeah,
Peter
I love this. You're
Sheen.
going to crack it with one hand and put it right in there.
No flat surface.
I could, I could never do that. It's pretty cool. All right. So the egg, one egg. Okay,
egg,
for
yeah.
that. Okay, quantity.
for
How
this.
we're going for what? 2 or 3 servings on that?
Yeah, this will be 2
Uh-huh,
cakes right
2
here.
cakes.
Yeah.
Okay. You can eyeball that.
Yeah, it's
All right,
eyeball.
fine. Now, are you making these now at the restaurant?
I'm not on the regular menu, but when we have big parties, we make these for little hors d'oeuvres for a vegetarian option. A little salt and pepper.
It looked like more than a little, but it's okay.
Well, it's kosher salt, so it's good.
So it's okay.
So you don't need too much salt. I mean,
Because it's coarse, and so there's less.
exactly,
in
and
a
it's not as
spoonful.
strong. It's good salt.
Why do you use
Pure.
kosher salt?
It's pure. It's clean. There's no iodine flavor to it.
Oh.
It's very easy to use. The granules are.
Yeah.
You can judge the amount you're using,
Just
and
by your
it's
finger.
it's a very good simple
Yeah,
salt.
we've seen no measuring spoons yet in this meal.
Oh no.
Okay. We're going with it. Okay, so looks like it's hot enough.
Yes. When we put the cake in, we want to hear that sizzle.
Okay.
That guy fell apart on me a little bit. Let me organize them.
Okay, now
So-
they look like haystacks. Do you want to
Yes.
flatten them at all?
I'm not going to flatten them right now. I'll flatten them when I flip them.
Oh,
So we get a little more control. Let's get some oil underneath there.
yeah, I always have a problem with stuff sticking.
Yes.
So you're saying you get oil, you kind of lift it a little bit? and let
Well,
the
one,
oil-
you want to make sure your pan is hot. That's
Okay.
that'll make it so it won't stick.
Right, right.
And then you want the oil in there and you want it to run. So once you put something down like that, sometimes what will happen, it creates a suction and it'll push out the oil. So you want to kind of just try to get on there a little, very firm,
Yep.
and push against the pan and
Okay.
go underneath, and just lift up anything nice and slow. And the oil should come with the pan. I mean, come with the spatula. So you should be able to flip that
All
over
right,
a
so
little
this
bit.
would be breakfast. You could have that for breakfast any day.
Yes,
So good.
egg sunny side up on top of that is delicious, as well as with the corn salsa. So we're gonna let these cook over here, and we're gonna start our salsa.
Okay.
Okay, make sure that's hot. That's beautiful. Okay, so here, I bought these little baby onions. Oh, where olive oil? Because the olive oil will be part of the dish. So these beautiful baby onions.
yeah. These are going to be red onion. These were going to grow up to be red onions someday.
Right, exact
Yes.
torpedo
Oh,
onions, I think.
like little
is.
red torpedoes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Whoa,
nice
that
and
got hot.
smoky.
Yeah.
So now it's smoky. I'm gonna lift off the pan.
Oh,
I
so you used-
I cleaned
oh,
those. I cut them up, and we're gonna do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna add the corn.
Cooked corn. Oh, yeah.
The corn. I already cooked this corn whole in boiling water. So with salt, and I put a lid on it for about 10 minutes. Let it cool down, and I cut it off the cob.
Okay.
Keep the corn really nice and
I'm
moist.
smelling
I
that.
love
I'm
using
smelling that. Oh, it's all smelling so good.
All right, let's see if we can flip these guys.
Now those, when they're a little brown on the edge, and then they're ready to flip.
Exactly. You
All
look
right.
on the bottom.
Okay.
So it's kind of loose and
Yeah,
rustic looking.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be a great
Little-
flavor. You'll taste the zucchini. It'll be really beautiful. All right, so this is quick. I'm going to add a little salt.
It's nice. The salt's just there. You can just reach in and grab it.
Always got to have it
Yeah,
ready.
Yeah.
Always got to have it ready.
Yum.
So I have some cherry tomatoes also from Tamai Farms. We're just going to throw those at the end.
You don't even have to take this. Oh, you cut them in half.
I cut them in half.
And took the stem off.
Yeah, I took stem off. I just had them in there.
Okay.
So
oh,
there's some whole ones if
everything
you
is
want.
smelling so good. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. And so this is basically ready. I mean,
Add some
you
your
don't want
salsa.
to do. Yeah, we're going to turn
Oh.
that. We're going to put that. Whoop, there you go. Have some corn.
Wow.
Jumping corn.
Whoa. Yeah, that's like popcorn. That was
A little heat behind
I'm
it
not
too.
kidding. That went all the way in. All right.
Sorry
I'm gonna
about
see,
that.
can I see if I can flip this?
Sure.
You think it's ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Good enough. Good. There you go. You work the handle of the pan. Good job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go.
Very
oh,
nice.
those smell so good. Okay, and
Yeah.
you're not flattening.
Yeah. Go ahead. Flatten it a little bit.
Just a
And you
little.
can mold it. You can mold it too, for the sides. Push it in.
Yeah.
Keep it together. So right there. Oh,
All
you're done. I
right.
guess you're done.
So this is. What are we doing with this?
We're going to finish when we plate the roasted carrot and cauliflower. We're going to put that there, and all we're going to do is squeeze some fresh lemon juice on that, and we're finished.
And people roll the lemon to get the juice going?
We roll the
More-
lemon,
uh-huh.
yes, so you get more juice out of the lemon. It's easier to squeeze, and then good amount.
Very, very amazing. And the only thing other than the marjoram, you've really just been relying on the salt.
The salt,
And then
yeah.
the flavors of the vegetables.
You can make
are
anything
just-
taste great
Yeah,
with salt and
yeah,
pepper.
yeah.
You bring out the natural flavor.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
always. That's the most simplest way of cooking.
Yes.
Steaks, chicken,
Salt,
fish,
yeah.
salt and pepper, most important.
Sure, there's
That's
a
what I
very
teach my cooks the most.
Really?
Always.
Yeah. But I imagine it'd be easy to oversalt, though. You could probably get carried away.
It
and
is.
Then it's too late, yeah.
Right.
All right, well, this is all amazing. It's all come together, and we're going to get it all organized, come back, and we're going to taste it.
Beautiful.
Can't wait.
All
Okay,
right, great.
Riding a bicycle can seem like child's play.
But only if you're playing indoors.
Riding in the real street has real consequences.
Play it safe. Ride by the rules. Cars and bikes need to play together.
Okay, now it's time to put all of this together. We had stuff in the oven, we had stuff on the burner, we had stuff simmering, and now it's all time to put it together.
Let's put it together.
Now here we are at the lobster. It's dinner time.
Oh.
What do we do?
Okay, so we plated both crab cakes. Listen, you got me all
You
thinking
wish.
about the lobster.
Yeah, right.
Our zucchini cakes are
Zucchini.
plated, so I just kind of overlapped them, put a little marjoram sprig on there. So we take our fresh corn and tomato salsa, and you can just put it off to the side and make it nice and
Now that corn is still in sort of sheets. It doesn't. You don't have to worry about breaking it
No,
up.
I
and-
love
okay.
it like that.
Yeah,
you get big
yeah.
chunks of corn.
Yes.
So when you eat, like different bites at different times. It's not all one exact same bite
Evenly
all the way
mixed
through.
up, yes, yes.
I like to do, you know, my
Yeah.
food is like that where, you know, you have different experiences each time you take a bite. So,
Oh, nice.
just, you can do, you know, just simple like that. Serve it in the middle of the table, or even you know, an hors d'oeuvre, or if you have an hors d'oeuvre party where people can come and help themselves, kind of buffet style.
Now, the marjoram that's on the plate, that's strictly for decoration. You're
That's
not
just for decoration,
picking it
yeah.
off and adding it.
No, you can do that though.
Kinda
That'd
if
be
you
that
want a
would be
little more?
great. Yeah, if you want some more flavor, you
Sure.
can put on there. It would look
Yeah.
really nice. I mean, they just come off. That's an excellent idea. You know, you just and then you
Sprinkle
have
that on.
yeah.
To taste, you can marjoram.
to taste.
To taste.
How it falls off.
There you go. But
garnish
it's
with it.
beautiful on the side.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So then we have our carrot romesco. So we're just gonna take a nice little dollop of that, put it on a plate.
Smush. Yeah.
So we'll take our carrots. This is a you know a great appetizer, or again also if you have an hors d'oeuvre party, you can present it like this. That.
Now, ideally, this would all be served warm or room temperature.
Warm.
What are we
I would
going
like all
for?
this hot.
All warm.
Yes.
See,
warm.
that's the other challenge is
Yeah.
getting everything out at the same time when it's all still warm. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, and that is just a dipping, almost like a dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could even make that a soup if you'd like to and thin it out a little
This,
bit.
by the way, yeah, with the potato, onion, what
Cauli-
else?
cauliflower.
It looks like a cream soup, and there's not a drop of cream in it.
That's right.
It's fantastic.
All healthy.
Yeah.
So we have some arugula flowers. Just
Yeah, let's talk
leaves.
about those now.
Those are
Arugula
gorgeous.
is this wonderful, pungent, I don't know if it's a green or an herb, but you can make a whole salad out of the leaves.
Yeah.
This has gone to flower, so it's getting a little older,
Right.
and the leaves have all been picked, but the flowers are
Beautiful.
fantastic,
Peppery.
and they taste just
Gorgeous,
like
yeah.
the arugula.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That is lovely.
you have it.
Yeah. So yes, can I have a bite?
Yes,
All
let's have a
right.
bite.
Here, I have a fork right
Okay.
here. Here's
Which
one
one would
for
you like to try first? Thank you.
I don't know. In any particular order, I'm going to try this.
All right,
This
try
looks
that.
really good.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I like when I think of cakes, I think of syrupy stuff on top. So
Oh.
now this is a whole new departure for me, just
Right.
eating this
It's a
with
little lighter.
veggies. Yeah. I'm not going to get all this in one bite.
No. It made
Not
me
going to
messy.
happen.
It made me messy.
I got a real hit of marjoram right then. That is so good. Can I add some salt to that
Yeah.
right there? That marjoram is amazing. Okay, let me try
Hey, you
this.
said I had too much salt earlier.
No, I didn't. So there's a chance there might be. Oh, this is great. And the corn, just like this?
Different textures.
Perfect.
Great.
So soft, and so crunchy at the same time. Now this, do you need a knife?
No, I think you can just cut it
Yeah?
like that. Like that. Just go right through. Make sure you get a little romesco with this, and a little sauce, and some
Both
nuts.
sauces probably at once. These little ends are crispy. This is fabulous.
Caramelized.
Yeah.